G'day guys, Wearman here, welcome back to the workshop. So today we are almost at the New Year's thing. You guys voted, we cut the vote off and we had a bit of a break for Christmas and we've come back with snipers. Snipers.
Yes.
Sir.
Yes.
Snipers.
Snipers.
Okay, so I'm going to give you the usual doodah. So a sniper according to campaign ops here. Snipers prefer to find a good sniper's nest, sit still and fire at long range. Some snipers rely on range, stealth, or cover for defense, while others rely on armor. Very few rely on speed, as excessive movement is detrimental to their ability to hit at long range. Although some snipers intended to provide fire support to faster units may have enough speed to keep up with them. The Zeus and Shrek PPC carriers are examples of snipers. And that whole speed thing is, I mean, some of it is accurate. You do want to be able to keep up with like lighter units if you're part of a lighter unit, so you need the speed to do it. And you do want to be able to get into a position fairly quickly. If you've only got a one movement, then it's going to take you forever to get up the hill and get to a spot where you can actually shoot things. So, you know, there's a bit of a balance there, but generally speaking, you want your sniper to get somewhere, stop, shoot some things for a little while, and then maybe go somewhere else. Right?
Yeah, I mean, having the range on a direct fire weapon is basically what you're looking for.
Yeah.
As well.
And some of these will intermesh sort of with missile boats. There will be some that are maybe look like missile boats, but that qualify as snipers because they've got some direct weaponry or something like that. So keep an eye on how it works. But there's a lot of snipers. Putting it into my unit filter here, I've got 626 variants of BattleMech. 626.
Nice.
I think that's our biggest one so far. We've got 153 variants of combat vehicle, 20 industrial mech variants, 4 proto-mechs, and 10 support vehicles. The proto-mechs, I think, are a bit dubious because I think the Gorgon was just like missiles. I think most of them just had missiles.
There is the Minotaur.
Yes.
There's a few good examples. There's the one with the ER large.
Yeah, there's a 2 and a 4 for the Minotaur there listed as snipers. I think they both had the ER lasers.
There was that, and I think there was one that had like a autocannon something or other. It was, it's quite an interesting unit, actually.
It's pretty cool.
But yeah, moving fast is good, but you don't always have to move fast. It's just as long as you've got that reach and your direct fire weapons.
Well, the bonus of the light stuff that's fast, because there's a fair few helicopters, VTOLs, that count as snipers.
Yeah.
So the Yellow Jacket and the Hawk Moth, which basically a lighter variant of the Yellow Jacket or a different variant of the Yellow Jacket. The Warrior Attack, there's a couple of others that are VTOL based. They're cheap enough that you can get them with a reasonable skill. A skill that's reasonable enough to offset the fact that they have to move fast in order to not get shot down.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's a toss-up how you want to do it, but you can do quite well with that. The ones vehicle-wise, I just wanted to point out the Shrek, obviously, because I love the Shrek. 3 PPCs, bam, done.
On a turret, yes.
On a turret, there is a Gauss variant of the Shrek as well, which is pretty cool. Yep.
It's got all 3 guns?
I think it's 3 light variant, light Gauss or something like that.
Wow, that's some good range. That's some really good range.
I think they call it a Gauss carrier or something. It's 95 tons. There is also the Alicorn, and the Alicorn is basically a Shrek, a Gauss carrier. 3 Gauss rifles on a turret, 3.5 move. So it's not fast, but it's not like super duper slow. And there's 40 rounds for those Gauss rifles, 3 Gauss rifles.
Yeah.
So I think that's actually pretty cool. And that's 1,850 there.
Yeah. Well, I'd expect to pay that even for a vehicle because that is how heavy is the chassis? We say 95 tons.
Yeah.
With 3 head chopper weapons. Yeah, that's definitely a...
Yeah, so there's the Shrek Gauss carrier. The Shrek is only 80 tons, not 95. I read the wrong one. Okay. So there's a Shrek Gauss carrier for 1,203. Cool. And if we have a look in Sana, and
must only have 2.
I'm not sure. I think it's got 3, but it's underwhelming or something. Yeah, there's definitely 3. So it's for the CCAF, designed to apply lessons from the Victoria War. The Gauss carrier employs stealth armor, ECM suite, and a trio of light Gauss rifles. 4 tons of ammo and a light engine.
Right. Again, good range.
And stealth armor.
And stealth armor.
So at the sort of ranges you can pull off with light Gauss rifles, you're getting some really solid benefit from that.
Yeah, for sure.
Stealth armor. But yeah, that one's 1,203, and the standard Shrek is 935. So you're paying a bit of extra for that Gauss and stealth, but it's still pretty good. Still very, very good.
Any sort of technology that keeps your unit alive at the end of the day.
That's it, yeah.
Alive at the end of the day.
And you put that on a hill somewhere at the very, very back, as far back as you can get it, and the long range for these is 25.
Yeah.
So that's not too bad at all. 8 damage per shot, and there's 3 of them. I mean, put him right at the back. He doesn't even have to have like a super duper crew in there. You can just have him keep running light Gauss rifle ammo out through there, and once he's finished, drive him back off the board.
That's the way. We got 4 tons. I think you get like 16 shots a ton for that, so that's not too bad.
Yeah, there's a lot of shots there,
Yeah.
and three weapons and stealth armor for the range, 25 range. You've got like a turn before anybody else is hitting you with like long range weapons.
That's nice.
Have you got a nice one you want to bring up? I finished basically with combat vehicles.
Well, like basically, I'm looking at clan technology and looking at the mechs. So I've got the one that basically is the be all and end all of sniper mechs.
The Hollander.
Yeah, that's also a good mech.
Yeah.
Cop's a bit of a bad rap, but I mean, any inner sphere unit that's fairly mobile that can do 15 damage at like 21 hexes. Thank you very much. That's okay.
Dead set cool.
So the beast that caused many problems for the inner sphere when the clans first invaded.
Yeah.
So the Draconis Combine know this one well. They dubbed it the Daishi, which is Great Death in Japanese or something like that. But it's the direwolf for the clans. And specifically, we're going to be having a look at, if I could just find it here.
Because I can't remember the version that's a sniper.
There's the B,
Yep,
also
okay, there it is.
configuration B. Now, the reason this mech is so scary, it's 100 tons with just over 50 tons for equipment. So when we're talking, you can put the heavy stuff on this. You can have ultras, auto cannons. You can have everything, and that's what we're having a look at here. So there's this one on the left arm has 2 ERPPCs and 2 medium pulse lasers.
Yep.
And the right arm has an LB10X, and you've got 4 Ultra 2s into the left torso.
Wow.
So there's 90 shots that they all share, but you've got huge range, 15 double heat sinks. Doesn't add any more on this variant, so yeah, 30 heat you can get rid of. But that definitely applies as a sniper.
Yeah.
Weapons are all long range. It does smaller damage up to like your big 15 points of damage from your ERPPCs.
Yeah. Those Ultra Axe are going out to 27.
Yeah, I know the range.
That's
is crazy.
ridiculous.
Yeah, so they're only doing 2 damage each, or 4, 2 lots of 2 if you can get all your shells
If
to
you
hit.
can get your shells to hit, yeah.
So there's 4 going, but that you just pepper away. You go, yeah, it's not a lot, but if you're after 5 rounds of firing those 4 and you're getting like 2, you go against lighter units. If you've got a good gunner in there, that's a lot of hurt.
There's something running up and trying to get close to you. You're peppering it the whole way. You stand as far back as you can and you just slam little tiny bullets into it.
Yeah. And having the LB10X is handy because you can go up against the VTOLs and things like that. Bit of flak. Bonuses to hit is always nice.
Yeah, and the 10 goes out to 18, so it's not a huge problem.
No, but I mean the range on it is excellent. So it's a 3-5 movement, but you know, plenty of armor. It's a beast, and it will just do that job so well. If you've got the resources to pour into something like that, use that as a sniper.
Oh yeah. Well, you pull your Ultra Act 2s into medium range, starts at 18.
Oh, there you go.
So as soon as your Ultra Act 2s are hitting medium range, you've got long range with your LBX. So you can, if you're ballisticking, you can bring them up and just smash.
Yeah.
And you've got 30 heat dissipation, so you can do that easy and still fire 1 or 2 of the, I suppose that's 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so you can probably do one PPC easy enough,
And then all
and
your
not
lasers
overheat.
and they'll be 10x.
Yeah, and once he gets closer, you just switch to the PPCs and pound them. That's cool.
It is a beast. It's an absolute beast. So I would. It's my person of the match, man of the match, whatever. You want to just start? That's the first. That's
MVP,
the first mech, but
and he's given up already.
But I mean, this is really good. So I mean, you've now got to. If this is what the clans can field, and it's not even the latest technology, because this was around clan. What was it? 3200 or 30.
That one is listed as 3050, but
30.
it's
Year of 3010 or something, because it was been around for a little while before they moved into the inner sphere.
the B is listed as 3010. Yep.
Yeah,
That's pretty solid.
Oh yeah. So basically, if this is what the clans have, how do you?
Oh,
how,
you
how would
don't.
You, well, you don't.
You don't. You just go, no, okay, fair enough, you win. I mean, there's a bunch of awesome variants.
Oh yeah.
There's a whole heap of awesome variants that have sniper, the 8Q notably, and the 9Q.
Of course. Yeah.
So they're snipers. There's a bunch of riflemen. Riflemen. So there's 4, 5, 6, 7 just standard everyday variants of the riflemen that count as snipers.
Yeah. Well, I think that's sort of what they originally designed it to do. Direct fire weapons that could fire at a decent distance.
So that's, I mean, if you're trying to counter that with inner sphere stuff, then those are probably your big lances full of them. But if we go up to the 90s and stuff, the Atlas, I mean, obviously, the Annihilator has a few variants that are snipers, so that's pretty cool. That'll work out. But yeah, you don't have really much that can compete with that, to tell you the truth.
No, but I mean, here's the thing, though. It's not fast. It's something that would be reserved for sort of larger engagements.
3.5, it's not completely slow either. It's slower than it should be, but it's faster than some things that do this sort of stuff.
Yeah,
it's not too bad.
and it sort of has the reach to hassle something that's trying to stay back that is faster.
Yeah,
And they still want to take shots at it, but yeah, I don't know. It's just terrible. It's so mean.
well, I'm going to see if I can take us to the other end of the spectrum here. So in 3139, they built the I variant of the Dasher.
Oh, hello.
So this, if you've watched any of our battle reports, this Dasher it's virtually no armor, but it's really fast. So it's a 10-15 with mask, so it can go up to 20. But it's got 5 or less armor on every single location.
Yeah.
But this one comes with an ER large laser and an LRM5 and an improved heavy small laser.
Oh, okay.
So the ER large laser for the clans is going out quite a way, I'm pretty sure.
23.
23? Yeah, so clan ER large.
25.
25, 10 damage, 12 heat. So he is one that can move very, very quickly into a spot and shoot something.
Yeah.
And then when he needs to move, he can relocate very, very quickly. And if you've got like a recon star or some sort of like light vehicle star or something like that, and you add this fella into it, he's covering them from a huge distance. You are able to take out lighter stuff that's maybe going up against you, because he only costs 1,260 for a light clan unit. That's actually not too bad.
I mean, 10 damage at up to 25 with a decent sort of gunnery and things like that. With that high movement, that unit could generate the +5.
Yeah,
Because it goes, what was it? 18 was like +5 or something.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it was quite a jump.
Yeah.
You get 4.
So 10 to 17 is 4, 18 to 24 is 5.
Yeah, so he could get the +5 moving fast enough.
Yeah. If you kick the mask in and you can not make too many turns and things, then you can get your +5. But you can regularly get a +4.
4, yeah.
Very, very easily get a +4 all the time.
And just hug those trees.
Yeah. But like I say, if you're taking him against big stuff, he's just going to get blown to bits. But if you're taking him against other light stuff, then that 25 range with that much damage is actually really, really good.
It's very rude.
You take another Dasher on and you're blowing it to bits with the first hit, right? So It all depends on how you're looking at things.
But you won't get away from it.
No, you're never outrunning this thing. The other one I found that was a mixed one. This was Wolf and like Wolf in Exile, the Pack Hunter, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So I gave that away there. The Pack Hunter, the 5 variant of the Pack Hunter is an actual sniper listed as a sniper. That's a 9-14-7 movement profile. It's only 30 tons, but he's got actually pretty decent armor coverage for a light mech. Not like completely awful.
It is fast, isn't it?
And it's very fast and very maneuverable, and all it's got weapon-wise is an ER-PPC, a clan ER-PPC. It counts as a sniper. This is your upgraded Panther type deal, right? Because the Panther is another one that's pretty good for the Curidans. I'm pretty sure use the Panther a lot.
Well, they like the PPCs, which is what it sort of packs.
But this is like an amped up version of a Panther. It's just a clan PPC, which is going out to 23, dealing 15 damage for 15 heat.
Yeah.
He's got 10 double heat sinks, so he can more than cover that, and he can still jump 5 and stay neutral if he wants to. But he's a 9-14-7. And like I say, decent armor coverage for the size. Pretty much everywhere except his rear, he can take a PPC without getting internal damage, which is not bad.
I think it's pretty much max, isn't it?
Pretty much, yeah, it's max. 105 out of 105.
Yeah.
So that's a 3145 variant. So it's up there in the timeline. And it's a mixed tech base. So you've got Clan and Inner Sphere working on this. Like I say, I'm pretty sure it was Wolf in Exile, but I've got a Pack Hunter, and I actually quite like that variant because I like the Panther. I think the Panther's pretty cool.
It is cool.
It's a solid little mech.
Well, I mean, anything that can do 10 points of damage out to 18 hexes without having to worry about ammo.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
That's it. One that I saw that was fairly close to the Dasher there, but is actually an Inner Sphere one, but really doesn't do as well, I don't think.
Well, I mean, that's what we expect, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's where the clan tech comes into it. But
so the 20A and the 20B version of I think it's pronounced Gun, technically.
Oh, yes.
I'm just going to say Gun.
Because it's Gun, is it?
Yeah, but it's U with the little, I think it's a grave accent. And I found 2 variants of how the grave accent is pronounced. It's either a Y or a W.
A Y or what?
A Y or a W. So it's either Guan or Gyun.
Gun.
I kind of like Gyun.
Gun, yeah.
Sounds a little bit Aussie, but we're going to call it Gun
We'll just say gun,
it's easier.
Because, we massacre languages. That's what we do on the channel.
But it's at half the BV of the Dasher.
Okay.
And he's carrying a heavy PPC.
Ooh, wow.
The 20A variant, anyway, is carrying a heavy PPC.
It's nowhere near as fast, though.
No, nowhere near as fast. Nowhere near as fast.
It's good, though.
Yeah, it's not bad. They do reckon there's another variant. No, there it is. Okay, 20B. Yeah. So they're both at 600 BV, which is not too bad. That's got tag, ER large laser.
Ooh.
ER large laser, and then he's got Bloodhound and ECM suite.
Oh, the Angel one.
Okay. Yeah, Angel ECM suite. So he's equipped for long range fire, but he's also got his tag out there, spotting for things. But I quite liked the look of that one, so I thought, well, bring that up. Why not? It's worth noting there's a Locust variant that counts as a sniper as well. I think it is actually the 7v2. I think it's like a really late stage one.
Oh, so it might even be light PPCs.
Yeah, I think it was, actually. The 7V and the 7V2. So the 7V is a 200 rated light engine, which improves the top speed and takes it up to a...
Yeah, 914, is it?
Yeah, no, 15.
1015.
Yeah, so 1015.
Whoa.
3.5 tons of heavy ferrofibrous and a medium X-pulse on the 7V. Now the 7V2, oh no, he's got a medium X-pulse and mag shot Gauss rifle.
Oh my gosh.
All right, but the 7v2 is the one that's listed as a sniper.
A sniper, yeah.
And he takes the weapons away, keeps all the rest of the stuff together, but puts an ER small laser on each arm and a light PPC in the center torso.
There you go.
So it's a very fast, light sniper. I know there's a lot of Locust fans out there, so I figured I'd bring that one up. But
how could you not be a fan of it? Come on. It's so good.
He is the best.
Yeah.
I can't seem to find the 7V in here at all. So somebody...
I was going to say, if you could somehow get a version of that Locust with two of those light, PPCs or whatever, that'd be gold. High movement, good range.
Adds. What does a light PPC weigh? Like
3 tons.
3 tons. Yeah, 3 tons, 2 critical space. You could 100% get a Locust with 2 of them.
Oh.
I could build a Locust with 2 of them easy.
That'd be pretty good.
If they're only 3 tons, piece of poo, mate. No probs.
Wow. Something to consider.
Yeah. I mean, you might have to take an XL engine. You might have to do some funky jazz with the armor and movement, stuff like that. But you could keep roughly the same movement, maybe even speed it up, and you could definitely take 2 light PPCs.
You got plenty of room for like ferrofibrous and endosteel.
That's it, yeah. Heaps of room. So, I mean, that is a pretty good one. I quite like that. But, yeah, still on the lighter end. So, yes, it can reposition very quickly, but it's going to get hurt. It's going to get very, very hurt if you're not careful with it.
Well, I mean, it's ideally you should match up tonnage within... what do the clans do it? Like 20 tons or something when they're challenging one another. So they feel that that's a good number. So maybe everyone else can use that as a guideline. So, don't take on anything that's too much out of your category.
Yeah. I did find a cool one that was... I'm getting into the Society. They're very cool.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
They got some very cool stuff, and I quite like their approach. It's all... In case you don't know, it's like the... Adam will correct me if I'm wrong, but this is like a way back... The scientist cast in... the clans started like going, well, we're building all of this cool stuff and all the warriors are getting all the like fame and fortune and junk. They're the ones that are looked up to and we're just building stuff for them to do things. So they started going, well, we're going to have our own cool stuff sort of thing. And the society formed and it's basically just scientist cast guys that have like, I don't know, they've come up with some really cool tech and I guess indoctrinated some warriors or managed to get scientists cast guys that can be mech warriors. But they've got some really cool units.
They do, yeah.
There was one that was listed as a... there it is.
Septicemia?
The Septicemia, yeah.
And it's a great looking mech too.
It is. If you've never seen one, look it up because it's very, very cool. What variant is it? It's the Prime.
Yeah.
It's 55 tons, 2,511 BV. But it's a 5.8 clan, 3075, well 3072 according to the listing there. But that one counts as a sniper because it has an ER large laser and a HAG 40.
HAG 40, why
like,
waste?
With a targeting computer and 4 tons of ammo for the HAG.
Yes.
Now that's only 12 shots, but with a HAG 40. I mean, 12 shots is pretty damn good.
And you can just sit back and snipe. Yeah, large with targeting computer, just sit back, snipe.
And somebody gets too close and you just HAG 40 them.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Well, they go 24.
Yeah, oh, God, that's not nothing.
No. They had 24.
And 25 for the...
25 for the large, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're basically in the same sort of range areas. And with the targeting computer, you're taking one off that. I mean, that's cool.
That is cool.
And they are really cool looking too.
Yeah.
And I like the name Septicemia. I'm just like, that's cool.
Moving everything after medical things, diseases.
But the Pariah is, I think, the Inner Sphere name, or it might just be like a designation or something. But I thought that was really cool.
It's like a secret name or something, or it came from the Pariah like chassis or something like that.
Okay.
So they just reinvented it. But yeah, the Pariah's probably been around for a while.
But yeah, I'm probably going to be featuring some Society mechs because I found a few that are like They're really, really
They're
cool.
a good story.
They're very cool. And I like the idea of the scientists just going, nah, I've had enough of you.
That's right, yeah.
We're going to make some really cool shit, and we're keeping it for ourselves.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. They're good.
Oh, yeah. So the other one I wanted to bring up was the Carronade.
Oh, the Carronade, yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a bad looking unit either.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think it's experimental level, so let's have a look here. All right, there is the 7M. So, like I say, it's worth looking at 3025 unit, the original units, because there's a lot of units that have like multiple variants of things. But the Carronade is, I think there's only one version. It's a later stage unit. So it's 3102. It's a 4.6 XL engine, endo steel, 1 point off full armor coverage for a 70 ton mech, which is pretty good.
That's cool.
3 ER medium lasers, which are like backup weapons, but then for your sniping, you've got a Gauss rifle and a silver bullet Gauss rifle. Now, for those of you that don't know, the silver bullet Gauss rifle is basically just Gauss rifle LBX. It's 15 pellets. You've used silver bullets or not?
Not in the game, no.
No.
But it's basically, okay, so basically just turns into an LB weapon.
It turns it into an LB Gauss.
Which is nice.
Which is, so 15 separate pellet hits, which is just really, really cool. So you've got 15 damage from the Gauss rifle punching like big holes in things. And then you've got your silver bullet Gauss just spreading damage out and whacking things. And he's a cool looking little mech.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's funky.
The Ironwind Metals model is just like it. It's really good.
And yeah, there's no other variants. That's it. It's just that. The 7M.
It's pretty solid. It's got nearly max armor. Got good range. Fits the sniper role. Very good.
Very good sniper.
And case 2, so the arms are protected. That's great.
Yeah. So the weapon functions like an LB-15X in gameplay, using the 15 column of the missile hits table to determine how many single point cluster munitions hit. I think the TAC Ops version that I've got might be the outdated one. There was a bit of mucking around where they did some other stuff, but it's basically an LBX Gauss.
Right.
And
okay.
that is cool. I thought that was a really, really cool little unit that goes big hole punch, backup weapons, but big hole punch, and then the blast, the shotgun blast that gets you your crits. Especially if you're hitting vehicles from a distance. You're getting some good solid stuff in there. Yeah. That was one. I quite like it. And like I say, funky looking little thing. But yeah, there's a bunch of snipers from the inner sphere. If you look at anything that's got like the twin pod type things like Marauders and Riflemen, Blackjacks, those sort of things.
Yeah, Warhammer would probably.
The Warhammer's probably got a,
because there's 2 PPC normally.
The one that Hutch used for his thing, the Glass Spider, the Galahad. There's a bunch of variants of that counter snipers. If you're feeling like that, Rifleman. Where does the Warhammer show up? He's like 70, isn't he?
For inner sphere, yeah.
Yeah.
There'd have to be some of them. There's so many variants of the Warhammer.
Yeah, there's 3 variants of the Warhammer that are listed in Master Unit List as snipers.
American Kurita.
Yeah, I was going to say the K is Kuritan, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be talking PPCs or AC-10s or, things like that.
Yeah, but there was... Where is it? Was that the one? I found some really cool units along the way, but I'm not sure. Yeah, so I don't know if they count as snipers. But the Shootist. The Shootist was one that I've actually got. I've used that a few times.
Yeah, it's actually not bad. I've got one painted up too, yeah.
It's the 9... Which one is it? 9C. 9C counts as... Yeah, because that's the variant with the Gauss rifle, yeah. And a targeting computer. No, improved C3.
Oh, there we go.
So C3I variant of the Shootist with a Gauss rifle and an ER large and then 2 ER mediums.
Oh no, the standard one's still a lot of fun.
Oh,
AC-20?
Yeah. I think it's AC-20, AC-10. The 8A was the one, I think. Yeah, just AC-20 and then pulse lasers, yeah.
Yeah. Found the small laser to be a bit odd, but there it is. Got to put something on there.
You got to have something there, don't you?
Yeah.
Take up that extra. It's pointless leaving the half ton out, but having one with a Gauss rifle in, and he could like ride shotgun for the guys that are going in and brawling with their Act-20s.
Yeah, well, I think it has both of its full arms, like fists and everything, so it can. Oh no, it's only one
No,
side.
the shootist has one arm taken up completely with the Act-20.
With the big Act-20.
Yeah, I think it's got the other one though.
Yeah.
So you can technically get a punch in there. Spirit Walker, that was the one. I knew it was something like that.
Spirit Walker.
Spirit Walker. I think it's clan. It might not even be in here. But yeah, Spirit Walker Prime. Let me just do a quick search through Sana here. It is handy having all of this stuff around. If you're not using Sana or in Master Unit List, yeah. So this is a variant of the Black Knight.
The Black Knight. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So 4 ER large lasers, 4 medium pulse lasers, 1 ER small, and an active Beagle probe. But it was basically Clan Coyote, and I think after they all like lost everything and all that sort of stuff, they went through a bit of a change up, and they went, well, we're going to take something and turn it into an OmniMech, because they were losing all their OmniTech to people in Trials of Possession and stuff.
Oh no!
And so they've gone through and gone, yeah, okay, well, let's make the Black Knight into a it's a spirit. The Spirit Walker is an OmniMech developed from the chassis of the venerable Star League Black Knight. There's one other variant that has a Gauss rifle, so that probably counts as a sniper too, but it wasn't listed in the thing.
But the standard one's good, man.
Standard one's pretty cool, with 4 ER large, 4 medium pulse, active probe on a Black Knight chassis. So you can technically use your Black Knight model to run that one.
Yeah.
I knew there was a cool one. There's a couple of.
If you don't build a Black Knight to overheat, you're not doing it right. Always give it more energy weapons that it can actually fire safe effectively.
Pretty much. Yeah. So that one counted as extinct. So the Clan Novacat 2828, the Vision Quest. Look at that.
Okay.
But it counts as extinct.
Counts as extinct.
So I don't even know if they make a model or anything for that, but it's got an improved Gauss rifle, 2 ER Clan large lasers, and 3 medium pulse lasers.
Nice.
It just looked really, really cool. So the last known Vision Quest was destroyed at the end of the Clan Novacat's rebellion against the Draconis Combine during the Civil War. So there's a Draconis Combine Civil War. So the Cats are rebelling against them. It was the same one piloted by the founding Khan of the Novacats, but it was preserved. They took it after he'd been destroyed or knocked out, and they did it up and had it as like a relic. So this Vision Quest was like a relic. And the Novacats were keeping it in like a museum or something. But then they had very little actual stuff left to them when they were rebelling, and they've gone through, they refurbished it, restored it, and put somebody important in it and sent them out into the field. I thought, that's a cool little story.
You'd be the best of the best sitting in that.
Yeah.
You'd be very careful going near it.
That just the story behind it. I saw Vision Quest and I thought, oh, okay, that could be interesting. And yeah, it's one that doesn't actually exist anymore because they've all been destroyed. But the improved Gauss rifle is worth looking at, and 15 for damage. But I think it's So it was like an older school one. So capacitors remain charged and explosive at all times, even when the unit carrying it is shut down or the crew pilot is unable to act. If it suffers a critical hit, the carrying unit will deliver a 20-point internal explosion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's like an old school version of the prototype Gauss rifle. They improved the prototype, but it was still a bit iffy, and then they've gone on to the actual Gauss rifle and gone, well, now we know how to do it.
This is the best we can do.
Yeah.
It's still going to blow.
It's still going to go, yeah. But you can actually shut down a standard Gauss rifle. You can't shut this down. You can't say no. But I thought that was a cool one. But yeah, there's a bunch of snipers out there. Like I say, most of the awesomes are snipers. The 9Q is brilliant. The 8Q is one that I would take fairly regularly, and I'm going to go into the 8Q2. I think Derek put a comment down in the Madcap Money ones.
Okay.
So I'm going to talk tactics at some point because it's a thing, and that's one comment that I'm going to be bringing up because I just want to make sure you guys know how I'm thinking rather than actually following any actual technical thought process. I'm just going, maybe this, and that works, but it doesn't really. But no, I mean, running through how I'm thinking, because Pillar keeps going on at us to talk more while we're doing the battles, so that's going to be a thing. I may as well just do it as one big video. There's a bunch of really cool mechs out there that are classed as snipers. I'm just scrolling through the Mastodon Prime. There's a couple of Turkinas, Behemoths, the Fafnir, Kraken, Thunderhawk.
Yes, that's nasty, that one.
I think I remember that one actually. But I didn't go into any others, did I? Ooh, there's quite a few industrial mechs. There's an AC2 carrier. The primitive version of the AC2 carrier is a support vehicle that counts. And I think it was that was the last one. That was the missile boats. No, scouts with the tractor trailer thing that I did.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. No. So like I say, there's a bunch of them out there. 626 different battle mechs. But I guess that's it. I don't know if that was. No, it's not even an hour. We're letting the side down, buddy.
There is a lot to choose from. You just got to make sure that, do you want one that's going to be a bit more mobile, or do you want something that's slow but purposeful? If it takes an area, it's expected to hold it, like the direwolf, But having a combination is quite good. Have a couple of snipers that sort of do a lighter, faster one.
But you can get some very light, very fast units that count as snipers if you want to put them into your command lancers or direct fire support lancers. You've got vehicles that are quite fast. You've got mechs that super heavy duty but really, really, really quick. I mean, the Pack Hunter has 2 variants. The Arctic Fox has a couple of variants. The Mist Lynx has a variant. Fire Falcons, Thorn. Everybody knows the Thorn, Wasp, Ullers, Cougars, etc., etc. There's some fast units out there.
Cougar Prime is pretty good, actually, because that's got a couple of LRM-10s, but it's got 2 large pulse.
Okay, yeah.
The Prime qualifies. Just one that I saw.
Yeah.
But it's light, it's fairly fast, it's good range.
So 5.8, so it's not super fast, but it's got a decent thing. But 2 large pulse and 2 LRM-10s. That's not bad. You can either sniper or missile boat with that one, but it's listed as a sniper.
As a sniper, yeah.
So you can get some light, fast units that will do you proud if you want them. And like I say, look to combat vehicles, because most of your Shrek variants and the Alicorn and the AC2 carriers and a bunch of the ones that just pile big weapons onto a turret or onto a thing and just say, okay, go out there and shoot stuff. A lot of them count as snipers. But all good. So I guess we'll call it there. We're probably going to put this up and add the poll in straight away.
As best, we'll put up the next one. And so next 5 choices that we haven't gone over yet.
And we'll see where we end up. I think we must be getting pretty close to only having 5 left, to tell you the truth. I think there was only 9 total.
That's all right, we'll get there.
Something like that. But I'll probably vote for Juggernaut again. We'll see how we do. I voted for Juggernaut this time and it skipped out by 2% or something. All good. Anywho,
all right.
We'll go with that and we will see you guys next time. You stay groovy. Bye.